Hey, good morning. How you doing today? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good today. Yeah, it's a little cloudy out, but it's going to be a beautiful day. And we're starting out in the best of ways with a little bit of a project here that we've started, and we're going to continue this morning. And but first of all, let's make it a good day, okay? Yeah, try and bring some smiles to somebody else. Share a hug. Like I say, give a hug, get a hug, right? Okay. First thing to do, gotta take off my ring, right? Okay. So, this is sat overnight. I checked it a few times. It's drying okay. I've had it sealed very well, right? I did check it. I checked it about an hour ago, and I found that these, my little legs or whatever you want to call them, are a little bit stiffer than I want them to be, but they're usable. So I had to use a little bit of my water and vinegar mixture and just sprayed them a little bit, and then I covered it back up, really sealing it really very nicely so that that moisture really sunk into the clay and did not evaporate into the air. That's the ideal. Okay, so this we're going to see how this bottom is melding. Okay, see it's plenty solid. So the first thing I'm going to do this morning is I'm going to trim that. Okay, so again I'm going to use the needle to do this. And you can't see that, but see I did not clean that needle off, and there now it's in focus. You can see if you look closely at that needle point, you can see the little bits of clay. Okay, I got to clean that off. Okay. All right. So gonna get a nice clean usage here. So what I'm gonna do, I had already let me just show you. Okay, I'm gonna follow those score lines. You need a better view of it than that. Okay. I got to get this right on the angle with the, yeah, you see that score line there that I made yesterday morning, right? I'm going to follow that again with my needle and not too aggressively. It's probably going to take 4 or 5 passes to do it because I don't want to tear it. I want to just have a nice clean cut because I'm going to take this all off. So first I'm going to do is I'm going to make a cut here like so, and then that's going to be where I can peel it away. In fact, I probably should do a few of those. So I'm going to do one here on the back side that you can't see me doing, but you can see me do this one. You can see me do this one. See? I'm going to do this really slowly for you, and then just come like this. I want to avoid cutting into what's going to be my lip, but I need to be able to cut that away. And then now I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. Okay, so I have to do this very carefully and in stages. So right now I probably went about another, maybe 1/8 of an inch deeper than previous cut. Okay, now I'm going to go deeper yet. And just basically letting that needle glide along there. It's got enough weight behind it and my little bit of pressure with my fingers that it just is going to cut into the, it's just going to cut into the clay a little bit, like I say, another 1/8 of an inch. Now I should be able to get right to the bottom here. Nope, I'm not at the bottom yet. I can feel that there's still clay underneath this. And I think I might have just hit bottom. When I say hit bottom, it means that I have hit my surface that I'm, nope. This should do it. Yeah, now I'm definitely hitting bottom. I can feel the, okay. So, and you see, nice clean, you can't see it too well, I'm sorry. In doing video, you want a wider perspective, a wider shot, so I'm at a distance from you, so that kind of means that a little bit of you're seeing actually what I'm doing is sacrificed. You see how clean that is? And that took me what? I believe that took me 4 passes. Okay? Now, the idea is that the other 3 passes are going to accomplish the same thing. So that's where it gets a little bit interesting, because this has a certain angle to it and so to try and repeat that 3 more times, could prove to be next to impossible. But with a little bit of ingenuity and a little bit of just kind of, going with the clay, not being so attached to the results, but really being more in tune with the process, in tune with the material that you're working with. Oh shoot, look at what I found here. Oh man. Oh gee, I got a situation here. Well, this will be an opportunity, right? How many of you know of Bob Ross, right? Yeah. Well, Bob Ross had a saying that, there are no mistakes. There are just happy accidents or something. But there are no mistakes. They're just happy accidents. Well, this here, it's not a mistake because I didn't do it, I don't even know when this happened. But obviously we've got a situation here. So this is one of those happy accidents, and I will be able to repair it. It's going to take some work. Okay. Anyways, back to trimming here, because this does take some time, and I'm finding that my videos are running too long, even though I think I'm pretty good at keeping you entertained and engaged. Engaged is what it's all about, right? I feel like we're running a little bit too long, and I want you to come back. I want you guys to say, hey, I'm learning something, and I kind of like the way he presents it. That's my goal. Okay. And again, let's see. There's there. Now, see. Okay. I got 2 more to go. This part of the operation takes some patience. It takes some just applying consistent, even pressure with your needle. But it takes patience because you got to make 3 or 4 passes at least. Excuse me, I should have those covered up. Excuse me a minute, I have to make sure those do not dry any further. So I'm just going to cover those. I should have done that earlier. Okay. Continuing with this trimming here, okay? So, and pay attention because there's going to be a quiz at the end of this. Yeah. How many of you had teachers that would say that they'd be halfway through a presentation and they'd say, oh, for those of you that weren't paying attention, yeah, there will be a quiz on this tomorrow. My dad was my math teacher, and he was also what they called headmaster, because it was a private school that he was at, and there, and obviously I went there. This is when I was in grade school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and he took great pride in surprising us math students. And one of his favorite surprises was to, as I was alluding to, he would, say something about, maybe we're working on square roots. And he would just be introducing the concept, right? And he was a good teacher. He was. He could really pick up on the class if they were not. Oh shoot! See, now I did something there I should not have done. I lifted up, but I was getting off track, and I need to get back on track. So sometimes you just kind of, dang it, that's twice, right? That same spot. We'll see what effect it has on the actual cut. One more pass, I think. Nope. I'm not bottoming out yet. But anyways, so yeah, he was our math teacher, and he liked to then kind of remind us as he was in the middle of his presentations that, hey, there's going to be, you're going to have a quiz on this tomorrow. And, we should have known, that like halfway through the year, but it always caught me, at least, it always caught me off guard, and I lived with the guy. So I can't imagine how some of the other students, see, I got this little bit. See, remember where I said that I had to, see what I've got there? I've got a little bit of an irregularity. Everywhere else, it's really pretty good. A little bit of an irregularity, where is it? Right there. See? That I've got to deal with. And notice how I'm being very careful when I put this down. When I'm lifting it up is one thing, but putting it down, you have to be very careful, because just if you put it down too much on one edge, you're going to have a situation where it's going to warp to that. It's going to cause a little warpage. That's my bucket there for my reclaimed clay. And I keep a separate reclaimed bucket for hand building, because it's a different clay body than throwing. And then yes, I have another bucket for my clay that I throw. And that would be in the studio where I do my throwing. A little bit of coffee. So I have to clean this up a little bit, and I think I can do that with my needle. Actually, you know what? I don't think I can. I think I'm gonna have to go with this tool, and I'm gonna do this very, very carefully. Very carefully. Very carefully. And it's not, if you look closer, you're still going to be able to see it, but I can sand it. I can sand it from this point. But there's a little bit more there than just what sanding is going to take care of. Okay, and just to get that little tiny bit that's down there. Okay, all right. I think from there I can sand it. And you may not even be able to notice what I did, but I just kind of took that off, that little bit. It was kind of like a little dingleberry hanging there. And I just took that off. Yeah, okay. All right. So, I think, you know what? I really think that I need to just stop right here, because my feet for making the pedestal are a little bit harder than I need them to be, or want them to be, I should say. So I need to wet those down and come back to this in a few hours. So I'm using and I'm being kind of generous because I noticed that the treatment I gave it just an hour and a half ago really did not have much effect. So I'm going to bring these in here. We're going to wrap this up all over again. And then, here, wrong bag. Need this bigger bag to come over it. Oops, excuse me. Excuse me, I got barking spiders. Do you have barking spiders? Yeah, I got them bad. I got an infestation. I need to make sure this seals really well. So I'm going to bring over my various pieces of woods to make sure that seals really well. And I'm going to have to leave this, judging by how those feet felt, I'm going to have to leave this for a good 4 hours before I can come back and do anything. But anyways, yeah, that's it for today. Wow, this was quick. I'm thinking maybe did I run 10 minutes? Maybe 15. That's much better, I think. So anyways, have a wonderful day. And it's Friday, so have a good weekend. Be safe. Make some new friends, okay? I love you. Bye-bye.